Hey guys, so I had to apologize first of all about the terrible quality of the video. My fans are on and I don't want to turn them off, so sorry. But anyway, I was going to go ahead and make this video about the PowerPoints that I've been using for all of my syllabi to be able to keep track of everything for the semester. I think I'm going to be going with this continuing forward because this thing is amazing. And like usually what I'll do is I'll just go into Excel and I'll make like all these little sticky notes, like a Kanban basically. So I'll do all of these individually and they take forever. It took me about a week and 2 days to do this. I mean, it's handy because I can move them around individually. So like if I want to move that, I can actually put it here and then move up week 3 up here, or I can take and move all of these down and then have just these on the top row. So even though it's week 4, week 5, and week 6, I can have all those batched because they're all the same class. It's just whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So that one's very meticulous, whereas this one is a lot shorter to do, and it helps me to kind of keep track of all the stuff within the Blackboard as well as the Cengage or whatever the ebook is, because they'll have assignments within both of those separately, and it's easy to miss stuff. So I'll expand everything and take screenshots of that and then put them on these PowerPoint slides. And then I use a text box, which would be like this gray one here, and I'll just resize that. I'll start off with a small one, so like as I complete something, I'll just extend it down the page for every item that I complete. And then I use a yellow one. There we go. I'll use this yellow one here for an item that's like it's the one I'm working on, and then I'll move it down to the next and extend the gray as soon as I'm done with the stuff. And that really helps me to keep track of everything. Like it's actually working. The thing about this, which you just saw a second ago, is this gets really, really big on Excel. Yes, Excel can serve as like an infinite canvas. Like, you can see how crazy I went. That is all of my assignments for the entire year, including the black area that has a whole bunch of ones that I have completed. That red area up here, this whole red area is things that I need to do. So and then the later in the year is all the stuff that's under the blue under it in the blue areas. So I mean, like, yeah, it's got its uses, but I love this so much. I really, really do, because everything is hyperlinked. I just hit control, and then like all the things that I have hyperlinked, I'll just hit control, hover my mouse over it, and then I can go straight to it. And then I'll use this blue arrow that I'm moving around right now. I'll use that as a like a focus item. So like this is the class or whatever that I'm focusing on right now. It's the upcoming assignments I'm going to do. I might put an arrow next to the chapter that I'm going to be working on within that one. That part's not as necessary, but it does give me like, oh yeah, this is the row on the right side of the screen instead of just looking at the left. The stuff that I complete will usually be a lighter color with a check mark next to it, and I will take it off from being in front of the incomplete items and put it at the end of the line. And then if it's like a test or something that's like really extremely important, needs to be done like by tomorrow or is upcoming and I need a review for it, but I've already done all the stuff, I'll just highlight it instead. And that way I know it's important. And other times I will put like this little, let me zoom in. I'll put like a little arrow, like this orange one here. Let me, just in case it's not, there we go. Just in case my cursor wasn't highlighting it. This little orange arrow there, I'll go ahead and put that on like the next thing I'm going to try to work on after, but the focus item is the main important one. And I am not allowed to put arrows all over the place, and I am not allowed to put highlights all over the place. So it's only like a couple of things at a time. Keeps it under control, and like, I will tell you, just the stuff for nutrition and my medical terminology alone, this has actually kept me from missing some of my tests and quizzes that we had, because we had a like little miniature tests that aren't the actual test in the ebook, which I've got over here as lecture assignment, and then under Blackboard, which I have as labs. I mean, that's not the correct name, but it is what it is. Under the Blackboard unit, we actually had a quiz that needed done, and I didn't know about it until I went through and started using the gray box method and was actually moving them down the page one at a time as I completed items. And like, it was amazing. I highly recommend it because you can print it off, but it's not going to be the same as if they make changes to it, you can just literally screenshot it and then put it on the same slide. Whereas if you had it printed, you're probably going to have to reprint it after having, have it all, get it all laid out just right and everything. I like this because I can literally just update it as I go. I can move my highlights around. I don't have to keep them on there, permanently as it would be in print. I can just keep moving around. The yellow one is just the focus item. As I said earlier, you just move it down to be the one, and then this one would be like extending out as you complete the stuff behind it. And it's extremely handy. It's definitely in some ways better than my sticky note Kanban system, and it did not take near as long. It took me probably about a day to get all of my syllabi within everything. And as you notice this, that I'm scrolling through, let me pull that out a little bit further so you can see it. All of my syllabi, so all the anatomy, all the lectures, I expand everything within the book as well as within the Blackboard. And you'll notice that it just keeps going. And I've broken it apart by unit. So for some of them, I'll have unit 6 has A and B because there's two different parts of it. Well, then there's the Blackboard assignments for that, which is why it's still blue. And then government, I don't have, it's a little bit different for that one. Now, med terms, this one is the most extensive out of all of them. It just keeps going and going and going and going. And there we go. Chapter 12, chapter 14, 15, and it's still going. And then there's the assignments with the library. Then it goes into that. Like this thing, oh, I love this thing. This thing is like, I highly recommend doing a PowerPoint, navigatable PowerPoint for your syllabi, because it simplifies stuff and it helps you keep stuff on track. And like, this is literally your update board on what's next. It's awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off. This is a really long video. Bye.